The funny thing about the paper market is, these silver ETFs is there's a 200-day, they represent 200 days of mine production. So we're getting close to where, they're going to have to deliver or pay out on these shorts. And right now, there's about 300 million ounces of open interest. And it represents almost 200 days of silver mine production, which is crazy. Which means they're betting on 400 million ounces that they don't even own. Like, even if the price of silver skyrockets, the supply is inelastic because it takes time to dig into the ground. Even and most silver is found on the top layer. So mining companies are having to dig even deeper to get the pure silver. So we know for a fact that mining production has been in decline for like the last 10 years. So silver's not getting pumped out like it used to be. It's coming out of ground about 8 to 1, 8 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold right now, which should tell you a little bit about the silver to gold ratio and let you know that it's undervalued. It's an undervalued asset, and we need to take mad advantage of it. I mean, 500 million ounces of silver trade a day on the paper market. Where are you moving 500 million ounces? Who's moving that? No ships, no planes. Like, who's moving 500 million ounces when billionaires could easily come in and gobble up the available silver in this market? But that's why I'm trying to get my beautiful black kings and queens. I know you're out there, and I see you, and I appreciate you watching this video. But hey, if you're a black king or queen, you're supposed to have your treasure. Time to invest in precious metals. Again, this was a real dollar because it was redeemable for silver. And this is a Federal Reserve note. Fiat currency, never forget. All fiat currency goes to zero. And it's been proven all throughout history. It's never failed. All fiat currency goes to zero. And I was watching a YouTube channel. It was either Silver Slayer or Silver Dragon, Silver Stacker. I can't remember. But they made an interesting point. They said, the new fiat, it's almost as if they use the colors from Monopoly money. It's almost as if they decided to, let's add some color and let's use the Monopoly money. Can you see that? Let's use the Monopoly money to kind of, design the new currency. So when they made the new bills, striking resemblance. Now, the 20s, our currency's always been green, but even the 10, like, I mean, fiat currency, silverback money grab, funny money going bad, fiat money growing fast. You better grab your silver bag. All right, so we only get about 800 million ounces mined a year. So how in one day can we have 500 million ounces traded? Doesn't make sense, does it? Listen, I could go on and on about the manipulation, but frankly, it allows me to buy silver under $30, and we've all been able to take advantage. So hands up. Did you get your 10 ounces? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see you benefit because this is something we could pass on, leave as a legacy. The value of silver is only going to go up. And if the dollar, like right now, the Fed, the chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, said the digital dollar is high priority. Now, most dollars are already digital, but once they create a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, CBDC, they'll be able to give you a wallet. They'll be able to put money in your wallet. they'll also be able to turn it on and off and put an expiration date on it. So we want to have something hard, like sound money. Our money used to be backed by physical metals for a reason. In 1971, when Nixon took us off the gold standard, it was the first time in history that no countries, excuse me, first time in history that a country's currency wasn't based on some type of sound money, gold or silver. First time in history that fiat was the world reserve currency and everybody was kind of linked to fiat. So this is insurance. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. It's friendly discussions, educational discussions about the financial markets. This is insurance. Again, if the dollar crashes, 1 ounce of silver is going to go above $1,000. Above $1,000. Because if the dollar crashes, everything falls to the most honest money. It's going to fall to silver, gold, platinum, palladium, copper. Bitcoin's going to get a lot. People are going to be, they're going to be looking for sound investments, hard money. So the silver being such a small, tiny market, it's going to boom. It's going to boom. We know that we're going to get 3-digit silver. We know we're going to get 3-digit silver. In March, the new stimulus package, 1.9 trillion is going to be dropping. And we got to understand something, my beautiful black kings and queens out there. I understand some people want the stimulus. Some people feel they need the stimulus. But in the long run, it's destroying the currency. I mean, they're printing money out of thin air. That's not, and people are getting addicted to it. It's pretty much universal basic income. You know, do you want the government to just print money and give you $2,000 a month and you don't even have to work? Do we really want to be a community of welfare recipients? Now, I'm not knocking anybody on welfare who needs it, but our goal is to pull you up out of that so you can be self-sufficient and not have to depend on the government. We as the black community don't want to depend on the government 100%. Let's be real and let's not forget our history. All right, so I mean, the government wants to convince us that 2% inflation every year is good. It's a good target. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's eating our wealth. It's eating our wealth. And a hedge against inflation, real money. That's another reason why we want to go into silver. You know, in order to keep you in fiat, this is a game. And the government and bankers, you go to any large city, what is the biggest building? It's a bank. They want to keep you in this game. Government means to control the mind. Mente, Latin for the mind, govern, or the prefix to govern, to control. They want to keep you in this fiat system because it's a system of control. It's economic slavery. The U.S. wants to keep the rest of the world buying commodities in the dollar. But more and more, we're seeing what? Countries are denying it. They're pulling out the dollar. The European Union's biggest exporter is now China. It's no longer the United States. There's been a major shift because other countries are tired of the United States weaponizing the dollar, penalizing other countries and exacting tariffs on them. You know, I digress, but it's where the world is moving to today. So we got to protect ourselves because who knows how much money they've actually printed. But in order to keep you into fiat, what the government does, what banks do, they suppress the 4 major precious metals: silver, gold, Platinum and palladium, good job. I know y'all out there learning. Also, oil, copper. They keep those commodities. If they can control those commodities, then they can keep the dollar strong. The dollar illusion, the debt-based Ponzi illusion that we call an economy. I mean, if your money or fiat currency is debt, there'll never be enough money or debt to pay off the previous debt, because this dollar is debt. So no how many times I print it or offer it to you, it's going to always have debt attached to it. So it's going to be interesting to watch the COMEX, because there's 300 million ounces up for delivery right now. Now, President Biden has recently signed an executive order to convert many of the government's vehicles to electric. That's bullish for, you already know, silver. There's over 600,000 government vehicles, and I think the executive order, they want to get maybe a third to electric. That's wonderful. That's wonderful for the silver industry. I mean, the uses are just growing for silver. Now compare that to gold. Don't get me wrong. I know gold is money, but silver has been money longer than gold. Both have about a 5,000 year history, but silver's history is longer. Never forget, in some languages, the word for silver was equal to the word for money. And some of y'all black people out there, I know, are Christians. How many pieces of silver did it take to buy your Messiah? I'll let you think about it. Exactly, 30 pieces. So if this can buy a Messiah, hey, it's got to be valuable, right, black Christians? I know y'all out there. I see you. Again, Elon Musk didn't even mention silver. Come on. We know that he's got a little supply hoarded up because he doesn't want those supply lines cut off. That's his business. That's his baby. And he's the richest man in the world. You think he doesn't want to keep that position? Come on now. We know the deal. He's friends with, shout out to Chico Crypto too. Elon Musk is good friends with Larry Ellison, CEO of Oracle, another billionaire. Larry Ellison bought one of the islands in Hawaii, and he changed it into this like big time green and technologically advanced island. And to do that, he's got to be invested in silver also. Come on now. If it's going to be technologically advanced, he's probably got some solar power, some wind power, electric cars all over the place. Hey, and Larry Ellison is the largest single holder of Tesla stock next to Elon Musk. So they're both bullish on, that's two billionaires right there that are both bullish on silver. Now, it benefits them for the price to be low, but when we start eating up the price and that investment demand grows, that industrial demand and that industrial hand is going to come in and swoop it up and jack the price up. That's what we want. That's what the silver bag money grab is all about. So I hope you all are getting in on it. I mean, you got Sony, Amazon, General Motors, anything that has to do with transportation and movement is going to use silver. We know that in March, there's going to be a stimulus package coming out. Who's to say that this fall of 2021, people are going to be asking for another stimulus package? What industries are going to be needing to be bailed out then? Is it ever going to stop? Jerome Powell, the Fed, said they're not raising interest rates right now, because if they did that, the market would crash. They wouldn't be able to pay off the interest on the loans that are already outstanding. And the government we've defaulted, we've reneged on our promises before. So it's going to be exciting, like, to see how they how these banks finagle and see if they can close out some of these contracts. Because if people start asking for delivery, oh, and I'm sure you heard about the Wall Street Reddit people and the whole GameStop thing. Now they got their eyes on silver, and as long as they're taking physical, if you're taking physical, because you're not going to really beat them at their game by playing the paper game, because what they do is they just rewrite the rules. So if you're taking physical, because if you don't hold it, you don't own it. As long as you take physical and just hold it yourself, you're good. 10 ounces. 10 ounces, my beautiful black kings and queens out there. 10 ounces of silver. Make sure you share this with black people in your family. Go to a local coin dealer. If not, I like goldandsilver.com. I like sdbullion.com and milesfranklin.com. Those are just some of the trusted online dealers that I trust. But if you can find a local coin dealer, that's what you want to do. Well, that's all I have with silver. Again, I'm going to keep following this silver market. I'm going to do all the work for you. All you got to do is come back to Power for My People. I appreciate you hitting that like button. Take care, and I'll be seeing you next video. Hey, thanks for all the subscribers and pumping this channel and helping it go viral. I really appreciate it. I feel the love. Good to see all of you. Peace. It's the silver bag money grab. Funny money going bad. Fiat money growing fast. Better grab your silver bag.